Thanks for joining me again. We're doing the second budgeting video. This will be a bi-weekly budget recap and a transaction log overview. We're going to make sure that my budget is working for me and that I'm doing a good job following goals that I set for myself. See how it's going, see if I need to make any changes, and make sure that I'm doing well moving forward. Okay, so just to recap, I first looked at all my regular bills, then my weekly expenses, my savings requirements, and what I have left to contribute to extra debt payments. And this is where I ended up. I've got all my regular bills on a monthly basis, got my expenses, and then $75 for debt payments. It's a couple of weeks have gone by since then. So I've got my May 10th through 23rd actual recap, okay? I had some income. This here is from my weekly income. And what I did, oh my gosh, just to tell you, I went through and I created my budget. I looked back at my last 3 months of pay stubs and found my smallest paycheck. And I used it to figure my weekly income so that I could be comfortable, that I was always going to have more. And that paycheck was $540. The very next paycheck that I got was $506. And I was very sad and scared. But I do have pretty variable income, so you can see really the average still works out. It's okay. I actually came out $12.58 ahead for that 2-week period. And that is almost always going to be the case. I'm always going to have a little more income than what I have planned for, and that is on purpose. Within those 2 weeks, these are the regular bills that I had to pay. Then I made my regular savings transfer to my medical savings account. And that brings us to here. Okay, income, savings, regular bills for that period, my extra debt payment, and my spending, maybe I should call that allowance, kind of my planned spending or what I'm budgeting for myself for spending. I am beyond my income for this 2-week period by $61.41. But I don't do a zero-based budget. I have plenty of money in my account. I can cover that $60. Really, I'm just using money that I already had and that I was planning to spend on these things to make up that difference. So no big deal there, nothing to worry about. Oops, sorry. I don't know. I never run my bank account close to zero. I do not do a zero-sum budget. So now my transaction log, here's where we really see how disciplined I was or wasn't. And actually I'm quite proud of it. I've got a little spoiler here. My daily spending went well. But I've got my transactions. Food is where I spend the most money, definitely. And I have the most transactions, you can see. I go to the grocery store. This is just the way that I am. I go to the grocery store almost every single day. I also eat out for my lunch break at work. Those are just my habits, my ways. That's the way I am. And I can't change everything all in one day. So we're just going to deal with that for now. My gas spending, I've got 3 trips to the gas station over 2 weeks' time. And actually, this is one habit that I have improved on. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, well, I will try to fix that. But my gas spending is a habit that I've improved on greatly. My gas station spending. This $5.57 is almost certainly a Monster energy drink and a packet of almonds. And I used to do that almost every day. That was practically like my breakfast. But that is one habit that I've gotten a lot better on. The other spending is a trip to the movies and a trip to Target. So the movies I feel pretty good about. The trip to Target, I don't even remember what I bought. So, that is one area that I could look to improve on. And then the medical spending, that is coming out of my savings account. And so I just write that down just so that I kind of know how that's going, but it's not even really in my spending. So here in the food category, just to say, looks like grocery store, fast food, restaurant. This was a restaurant. This looks like more fast food. This looks like grocery store right there. All three of those. This is fast food, but I realized I was spending too much on fast food, so I did a better job there. Grocery store, fast food, grocery, fast food, grocery, fast food, grocery. So I do know that there are some things that I could do to help my food budget. I could go shopping once a week. I could, really do a lot more for that area of spending. But, I got to do one habit at a time. I tackled this one. I'm going to try to tackle these more expensive fast food purchases. And then, maybe we'll take it from there. Maybe I can do less fast food purchases. Maybe then I can work on meal planning. But I do need to really do things in manageable ways for me. And it is not manageable for me to try to tackle everything that would help me all at once. I need to just do one thing at a time. So that's where I'm at right now. But I did spend on food in one form or another $306.13 in 2 weeks, which, wow, is way over. So that is a bummer, but it is what it is. I don't get too hard on myself about my spending categories. Basically, if my daily spending falls under this 405, I feel like I'm doing really great. So I do over budget my gas because I fill up my gas tank 1 to 2 times per week. It's more like every 4 or 5 days, maybe even 6. So, I'm not really going to fill up my gas tank twice every single week, but I budget $80 a week so that if I need to fill up my gas tank twice, I can do that and I'm not strapped. So if that spending falls over into the food category, I don't really care that much. I don't beat myself up over it. I just know that I'm spending my budgeted amount and that is okay by me. Oh, look how I made this icky. There we go. Not too bad. So I'm super, super happy with this. This is totally fine. Then I've got my monthly kind of miscellaneous, and I'm doing okay there. I've got some money in that category left over for the month. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is this money diet. Now, the money diet for me is where I kind of like counting calories. I count my pennies. Okay. And so everything that I spend has the consequence of costing me twice as much. So I take my spending money and I pay twice that to my card. Oh, I should clarify first. I spend everything that I spend on my credit card. And I do that because I get rewards points, because it's really easy for me to track my spending, because it's my habit. I do that for lots of reasons, but I do always pay my regular spending. I do always keep track of it and always pay it right away that same month. So anything that is on my credit cards is not from regular spending, it's from unforeseen things. But for my regular spending, I need to put $392.55 toward my credit card debt. Okay? And then I'm on a money diet, so I'm going to do that twice. Okay? Now, what I really have for my goal for my money diet is that I will control my spending because I know that everything's going to be twice as much. And I don't really want to let go of that cash. that didn't really work out perfectly for me this time because I just spent exactly what my normal spending would be, and I had to double that for the money diet. However, you know, that's a big chunk of change. It's coming right out of my checking account. I can't take that out of my checking account every 2 weeks. That's not very sustainable for me. So this money diet's going to probably work a lot better in the next cycle, and we'll find out. We'll see. Okay, but I did do my regular spending. I did my money diet, and I did my 75 per week towards my debt. So that gave me a payment of $1,008.58 that I paid to these accounts. They're all Capital One. These are my 2 GM Rewards cards that are on 0% interest. So these are my minimum balance, my minimum payments. And this was to my Capital One that actually is getting charged interest. So that's where I put that majority there. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that because that account, it's going to be in pretty good shape. There we are. So if we remember, that's that account. And really, I cut that account more than in half by paying that. So that's excellent. Honestly, I could have put it to the Discover account, but Capital One has offered me a 0 interest balance transfer. So I'm going to pay this down and then transfer this over there. I made good progress. I made a nice big payment, and I'm in pretty good shape. Now I've got the next 2 weeks to work on. I've got it started, but I'll finish that up, and that'll be part of the next video. I know I've said it before, but I really appreciate you joining me. If you like this video, please click like. If you want to see the next one, click share. Oh, click subscribe. Okay, if you like this video, click like. If you want to see the next one, click subscribe. If you think this video might help anybody or inspire anyone else, please feel free to share. I do appreciate it. I do want to get these videos viewed. So any comments that you have or any activity that you give my video, I promise you I appreciate it very much. If you'd like me to subscribe to your channel, please let me know in the comments, and I will be happy to reciprocate the support. So thanks very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time with the next budget video. Thanks.